I think, we came out strong again. That was kind of our Achilles heel at the start of the year, was getting off to a slow start. But I thought, we scored 17 in the first half and did some really, or in the first quarter, did some really nice things. And then I think we just kind of lost our way offensively in the second quarter. I mean, you hold them to 8. That's a fantastic defensive quarter for us, but we can't find a way to put the ball in the basket. And I think, it was a combination of maybe not executing well offensively and then not just didn't finish well in that quarter as well. So we've got to be a little bit more disciplined and a little bit more focused on how we need to execute offensively, and then we need to be laser focused, especially at the rim on those layups and making sure that we're getting there. We've got to start finishing those.
Leah, when you're in a spot there where it's 6 minutes without a field goal, is it hard to think about just going to run the next play, or is it just like we got to just find a basket whenever you can?
I'd say it kind of depends on the situation a little bit. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really looking at the scoreboard all the time, and it took me a little while to realize that we were kind of in a drought there. But sometimes I think we need to run better offense and keep executing and keep hitting screens, and then sometimes I think we need to not be so stiff and be less robotic and trust in our abilities to drive zeros and hit open players for shots and whatnot.
Mary, Olivia comes up, hits a 3 on the first possession. I think at 5 really early. And then, was it something they were throwing at her, or was it just kind of getting lost on the court?
No, I mean, I think she did a great job continuing to drive the basketball. I just think they were really flying at her, so she kind of had to become more of a facilitator and a passer as they were kind of throwing 2 people at her. And I think she still found a way. We ran some things there in the second quarter to get her some layups and some ISO situations, and I thought she did a good job getting to her spot. I just think she didn't finish well, and that happens some nights, and I think she just got to continue to work to get to her spots and continue to slow down a little bit, use her shot fake. I mean, she's such a fantastic three-point shooter. She's got to really sell that shot fake so that those drives even become easier and easier. So it was great to see her get off to that quick start. We just got to find a way to keep her going.
I think 2 early fouls on Ava. She came back in and picked up a questionable third. It was really looked frustrated out there. How much does that hurt when maybe your offensive rotational flow is just taken out when the player's got to sit up down pretty quick?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, I don't really want to comment on the fouls, but I do think it hurts us when we have to bring her to the bench early. We had done some things defensively to kind of put her out on top, guarding their dribble weave action, and I thought she was doing a good job keeping it out. And I think, Ava does a tremendous job both on the offensive and defensive end, but I think we really lean on her to be a very solid defensive player. And so I think when we had to pull her off the court, that kind of hurt our defensive energy a little bit.
Leah, it's been almost a month since you played at home. So what has this been like? Not having any games for a long, long time, having to go on the road for New Year's, and now finally getting back. But obviously, you and the men's team, the only people on this campus right now.
Yeah, nothing will ever compare, first of all, to my freshman year, COVID, when we were here for 2.5 months. So honestly, the month or so that we've been here has been feels a lot shorter. But it's just kind of a grind. But also, I really have no complaints because I just get to wake up every morning and come play basketball for kind of as long as I want, and then get to go and hang out with everyone and not have to worry about school. But not being able to play after a while, practice, is kind of a grind. But overall, I don't have too many complaints.
Obviously, it's been a 9-game losing streak, but I'm around the team, it feels like the morale is still high. What do you, as a junior leader, what do you have to do to make sure that remains the same and no one kind of drops off a little bit?
I think it all kind of comes down to the culture that we really focused on building. We really haven't wavered on each other. We still really trust each other, and we still all are working super hard to get over this. Nobody's given up, and I don't foresee anyone giving up. We really want this. We really want to kind of overcome this slump, and I already know that we're all excited to get back in the gym and fix things tomorrow and play Indiana State on Saturday.
Mary, are you seeing the same thing?
Yeah, I think, I don't know from an outside perspective, but within this team, we're very focused on just the process and trying to get better every single day. And I think we have, and I think we've seen great growth over the course of the first 10 games, and we've only played 10 games. So, sometimes it's hard to get game experience without just playing games. And so this group of young kids that hasn't gotten a lot of experience playing games is getting ready to get a whole lot over the next month and a half. And so I'm excited to see that. And, I think, talking to people that I know that have watched us play, we're kind of frustrating sometimes to watch because we're right there. And we just can't get over that hump. And so our job as coaches and players is to stay together, to stay positive, to keep doing the things that we do and trying to do them at the best we can, and keep encouraging each other and trust each other, like Leah said. And if we continue to do that, I have no doubt in my mind that this group will get there. I can't tell you when, though. That's good to be determined. But I love coaching this group. I love coming to work every day and seeing them and getting out on the court and fighting with them. They respond really, really well to adversity, and I'm looking forward to getting back there tomorrow and getting ready for a tough Indiana State team.